off the speeches tonight. I'm Elizabeth. If you enjoyed the sermon earlier today, you might remember me as Elizabeth Pliggins. If you didn't enjoy the sermon, I'm Elizabeth Schmidt, married. My husband's right down there. So I've known Amaris since I was about 5 years old, so we go pretty far back. In fact, she was one of the very first friends I had when we moved here about 25 years ago. She showed up right on my doorstep. We've been friends ever since. So some of my earliest memories with Amaris include making up dance routines with our sisters. Songs like, I Saw the Sign, or Stop in the Name of Love Before You Break My Heart. And then those memories morphed into grade school memories. And even though we went to different high schools, we were fortunate enough to pick up where we left off as young adults, figuring out life, working together summers in college. In fact, Amaris was responsible for giving me almost all of my summer jobs. She would call me up and say, hey, Liz, do you want to work with me at Walgreens? And I'd say, yeah, okay. Or a few years later, do you want to work with me in Noah's Ark? Yeah, okay. So I feel like I owe you a thank you for that. Thank you. And even though our lives got busy, anyway, so whether you've known Amaris for a lifetime or for only a short while, you quickly figure out one of the most important things to her is family. For example, she is an amazing auntie. She will try to get to as many matches, games, or meets as she possibly can, and she is very loyal to her family members, or even those close enough to be considered family. Another little tidbit about Amaris is that yes, she has 2 biological sisters, but then she also has a handful of other women that she also considers sisters. Like 11 other sisters. So that's a lot of sisters. And I know I'm blessed to be a part of the group. And even though our lives got busy, Amaris and I always managed to keep in touch. And I remember one phone call when she happened to mention this boy named Aaron. And then the next time we talked to catch up, she mentioned this boy Aaron again. And this happened a few more times until I realized I need to meet this boy Aaron. So eventually we did. And Aaron, I must say, you do make a pretty good first impression. So I found out pretty quickly that you seem to be a good enough guy for my friend. Like most pastors, you're a very good conversationalist. A very good conversationalist. And like Amaris, you have a shared love of games and board games. And I've also come to learn that you can be a little bit competitive when it comes to board games. Which, yeah, I'm sure most of his family and friends can attest to that. You see, a little story, my husband and I also like to play board games. So we've been over to Aaron's house a few times for game nights with him and Amaris. And every time, we end up playing a game called Settlers of Catan. And every time, Aaron ends up winning.
It happens.
Even though every time, it seems like someone else should have won the game. Somehow, he always ends up winning. So Amaris and Richard, I think we might need to gang up on him if we want someone else to win for a change. But I have to say, Amaris, I don't know if I've ever told you this, but one thing that really resonated with me when I first saw you two together is how comfortable you were with each other and how good of friends you guys were first. And Amaris, as your good friend, it makes me so happy that you have found someone that you could be completely yourself with and that you have been able to find a home in Aaron. So, with that, I'd like us all to raise a glass to Amaris and Aaron, to building new homes and new families, and in this crazy game of life, may you two always remember to keep God as your third teammate. Cheers.